It's a full house at the Pacific Middle School Library where hundreds of students and parents turned out for the second annual Sci-Fi Family Night.
I am overwhelmingly pleased with the turnout. I've never seen such a large turnout for an event in this library. Clearly, it's a very popular genre.
One of the organizers of the big event was Pacific teacher and librarian Paul Warner.
Although sometimes I am known as Obi-Warner Kenobi. So the idea was to fill the library with everything science fiction fantasy possible. Posters and crafts and characters and action figures and lots of books. So get them excited and get them reading. That's the idea.
May the Force be with you.
The night is a fun celebration of all kinds of science fiction and fantasy.
I am a very big sci-fi fan. Some kids, they're mostly doing like video games now, and I think it would actually help them to know what sci-fi is, because mostly it's just shooting and killing, and that doesn't help kids' imagination. So this helps the kids like broaden their imagination.
Science fiction is my favorite genre, just because of Lord of the Rings, which I guess is more fantasy, but Doctor Who, Harry Potter, Star Trek, it's all really fascinating for me. So.
Sci-Fi Family Night also featured a book fair sponsored by the Pacific Parent Group. Proceeds from book sales will help the school buy new books for the library.
Okay, we have another winner. Is there a tie here?
Throughout the night, there was a scavenger hunt with prize giveaways and plenty of games and activities for kids of all ages.
We have an origami section where you could make an origami Yoda or an origami Vader. We have a lightsaber building activity where the kids can make an actual lightsaber. It's a craft activity. We have a lot of coloring sheets and activity sheets that are all related to sci-fi fantasy books.
On hand for the event were members of the Cloud City Garrison, the local chapter of a worldwide group of Star Wars fans known as the 501st Legion.
Yeah, the 501st Legion, fantastic organization of Star Wars enthusiasts with incredible costumes and props from the films. And they go all over the country, in fact internationally, doing parades and charity events, and they help out a lot of kids and a lot of events.
The biggest star of the night was Darth Vader. He may be a villain on the big screen, but in person he's more than happy to give an autograph, a handshake, or a hug. Along with Star Wars, the night was a celebration of other classics of science fiction and fantasy and new blockbusters like The Hunger Games.
So we had kids read The Hunger Games, but not just that, other books that follow that same dystopian kind of style, the idea of looking at a future that's not so good. So the kids went through the library, found books that would connect with them with the Hunger Games, with the dystopias, read them, and wrote book reports. And then the book reports were posted here so that people could come and read the book reviews from all the students who read those books. And we had a lot of kids get involved in that. Yeah, a lot of kids.
The Pacific Middle School staff got a lot of help from parent and student volunteers on Sci-Fi Family Night.
I am a female version of Anakin Skywalker, and I'm just helping Mr. Warner with the different booths and just getting the kids more involved with it and stuff. And it's a lot of fun because you get to dress up, and no matter how old you get, it's always fun.
And there was a special performance by the Pacific Middle School Orchestra.
What actually happened was last year, for my birthday, they showed up unannounced in the library one day and played the Star Wars theme for me. And I was just so amazed by this that I said, okay, when we have a sci-fi event, will you please come back and play Star Wars for the audience? Mrs. Brocious, the conductor, said, well, okay, we'll bring them in, but only if I get to conduct with a lightsaber. So I let her conduct with one of my lightsabers, and the crowd really loved it.
Warner says it was Star Wars and other science fiction stories that got him excited about reading when he was a kid, and he's thrilled when he can inspire that passion in students.
He got me into reading Harry Potter and Star Wars, and then I heard of Hunger Games from him because he got the book. So I was like, hey, he likes good books, so I should probably read that book. So I read Hunger Games, and I kept on reading the Hunger Games books after that. And I just kept on reading and reading.
I really feel like my #1 goal is to make reading cool, is to get kids excited about reading and writing and learning as much as possible.